Hello, everybody. I fucked it up.
Nice opener,
I
bud.
You have the intro ready to go
Jesus
yet?
fucking
Fucked it
Christ
up.
over
It's
there.
been so long. Actually, fuck it. We'll leave it.
Welcome back to the Reality Wagon
It's very-
Podcast.
It's very
God.
genuine.
Reality Wagon.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the Reality Wagon Podcast. That's right. We don't really have a title for this one yet. This is just a sort of a free flow of ideas, just a way for us to just sort of showcase our personalities a little more than I think the I guess lens of reality TV kind of allowed us to be able to do. Am I wrong?
No, you're pretty accurate in that statement. So good job, buddy. We definitely should. That's one thing I never even considered a name for it. I never even thought it was a thing.
So I was talking about the concept for this podcast before with a few other people, and because I got some pretty good feedback, some people really thought this was a good idea, and I do think it's a good idea, and it's not a very unique idea. Like if you look up the idea for like a snake draft for all of this, like what we're going to be doing, the concepts, the draft topics that we're doing, they're all very unique. Like I'm not stealing draft topics from ideas from people, but I'm definitely borrowing the concept of going through and rotating and picking and stuff like that's been done for eons.
Yeah, as most popular things have been done. Yes.
But what I will say is that we are trying to I've gotten a lot of people saying that like, oh, do you have to rebrand now? Fuck no. Have you seen our branding? Clean as fuck. Have you seen our logo? Our logo is fucking sick. It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere.
We're keeping it.
Absolutely. So now we're the Reality Wagon Variety Hour, I guess.
Half hour, whatever we're going to do.
Whatever we are. But yeah, so the concept of this podcast is going to be that we are picking a random topic, whatever it may be, something that one of the fellas or ladies, depends. Maybe one of us meets a woman, actually brings her onto the podcast. Who knows?
Not you two.
Not us. Yes. Thank you, Spencer.
Also, not Spencer.
Hey, you never know, bud.
Very loud, Spencer. We forgot mic etiquette. We're off to a really hot start. But I think that we're gonna go through and just kind of from these random topics, just go through and basically just draft, I guess, some of them. So without further ado, I think we just kind of, just smash right into it. Today's topic is going to be, and we don't actually know the order in which these are going to be released either. So this is the first one that we're recording, but this might be like the 10th one that we release. Who knows? Topic of today's draft is going to be Canadians.
Yeah.
Canadians, bud.
I think Canadians are a fascinating species. They're just a slightly bastardized version of Americans.
America Lite.
They're America Lite.
Drinking Molson's with the moosey.
I think there's something slightly askew in that you can tell a Canadian's a Canadian. Like they don't really, you just know. And like you might not know instantly, but as soon as they tell you, you can't, it's Pandora's box. It's
like once they open it, like you always have that.
As soon as they let me know they're Canadian, they're like sort of forever tainted in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of going back and realizing that all of these people, while they are human beings and they do have rights and deserve respect, and they're all children of God, they are all quite frankly sinners. And they do.
Wait, are we doing Christian Canadians?
No. They're sinners
okay,
based on where they were born.
So I need someone to clip all that except replace anytime you say Canadians with literally anything else. Because anything else in there would not work.
Yep.
Maybe Australians. That's the only other one.
Yep. No. Canadians.
Or the Kiwis.
Yeah, Canadians are there's always something that's a little bit off about them, whether it be their bagged milk or their socialized medical system. Don't even get me started as someone with medical bills out the wazoo. Don't even get me, God forbid all those be free for me.
Absolutely
money
not.
I don't have to pay out of my pocket. No, thank you. Uncle Sam, keep bending me over, please and thank you. But let's just get right into it. So I think we're gonna pick our draft order today, and I'm gonna try to think of some more creative concepts for ways to kind of personalize the draft order and how we pick it. But I think today we're just gonna do just a standard rock paper scissors tournament. First person that's out is gonna be out, and they're gonna have last pick. of the draft order.
Okay.
The person that wins is going to have first pick, and then the people in second and third are going to have the second pick, and then the third pick of the pick that they want in this draft.
This is
order.
everyone goes at once. Yeah.
Yep. So it's
Okay.
going to be a sort of Royal Rumble, sort of in.
How's it work? You have 2 winners.
No, you keep going. So
Yeah, you keep going.
we probably should have done a trial run, but I wasn't thinking everything would be so complicated. I really okay. Ready? Are we
Yeah.
done? All right.
What are we going on? Shoot or 3?
So it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
You
perfect.
shoot on shoot, right?
Yes.
That is how the game
All right,
works,
ready?
Andrew.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, so we're out.
Yep.
You
Okay.
guys go. No, you guys go against each other for
Okay.
first place. Scissors, shoot. Okay, first place, second place, and then we go for third and fourth.
All right. Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors,
scissors,
shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot. Ah.
All right, cool.
I'm
So
four.
Spencer, you have first pick?
So, well,
You got
Yes.
first.
I have first
Okay.
pick of the draft order.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Drew,
Okay.
Drew,
So-
what pick do you want in this draft?
I would like the third pick.
Okay, great. Now my Google decides. To
are we
stop
also
working.
doing it this way where we go back? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's snake order, correct?
That is snake order.
Yes. So
Okay, I was just
Drew
making sure.
wants the third pick. Spencer, what pick do you want?
I will take the first overall pick.
Spencer,
All right.
knowing that he only has 5 in the chamber.
Well, more like
He's gonna
I
have to get at least one of them.
so I think
if he
I
waits to pick number 4, he might not have it.
I only have one that you guys are gonna pick, so I want to pick
Okay,
him.
I'm gonna go with I know what pick Spencer's gonna have at number 1, and I really want that pick. I think I was thinking about my list and knowing I'm fucking taking pick number 2. There's not a chance because I know Spencer's not gonna pick that person. And I know if I wait and I give Andrew pick number 2, he's gonna take that person.
I know
So-
exactly who you're
Yep.
talking
Yeah.
about.
All right, so
I think even I know who you're talking
Yep,
about.
we all know. Anyone who's looked at
Fucking-
a list of famous Canadians in the past 4 hours, like we all have.
I don't know what he's gonna pick. I don't know him that well.
See, the thing is, I didn't even look at. I just knew Canadians on the top of my head, so I just listed those.
Yep. All right,
so.
cool. So, first overall pick in the first inaugural that's probably gonna release, like I said, like 7th in like fucking 2 months. Is first overall pick Spencer. Who is your first Canadian?
Dun, 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 dun,
No, you can
dun,
just say it.
dun.
I was doing the theme song in my head, but
Yeah, I had to say it at least once.
Go
My
for it.
pick is Stephen Nash, NBA player.
never mind. Now I wasted taking the second overall
Yeah,
pick.
honestly, what's wrong with you?
You could have given me 11 picks. I probably wouldn't have picked Steve Nash, but
What do you mean? Steve Nash is awesome.
he is. There's other more.
One of the-
There's significantly more famous.
One of the
Canadian-
greatest point guards in NBA history, and he's Canadian. He won. I think he won 2 MVP awards in a row.
I completely abandoned the Canadian League.
You know those. You know those
At point
short
guard.
white basketball point guards.
There's only
He's like the greatest short white Canadian basketball player ever.
he's the only short white Canadian basketball player ever, as
Exactly.
far as I know.
All the more reason that he'd be the first overall pick when he wasn't even the first overall pick in that NBA draft.
There's only
He
like
was a
not.
second round pick.
There's only like 9 point guards that have ever won MVP in the NBA.
Honestly, he stole his MVPs from Kobe. Rest in peace. But
He's great.
Are we giving Steve Nash like a little trophy for this? Because he got picked overall. That's a big deal for
I'll
him.
tag him on Instagram.
He
Okay.
deserved to
All
be
right.
first
He
overall in the
deserves to know
actual
this is a big
NBA
deal for
draft.
I'll
him.
tag him on Instagram. It's as much a trophy as anything else. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Go
we could just
Steve.
get one of those
Oh,
little
my
cheap
Lord.
ones from the,
What a waste of the first
What
overall.
a
I mean,
fucking-
he wasn't kidding.
Can I be completely
I
honest?
said
though?
You
I was taken aback by
Spencer-
I
that.
thought you would pick
Spencer-
Steve Nash at some point. Was he on your
Absolutely
list?
not.
Spencer, you should have just taken the fourth overall pick.
Did any of you have
was gonna say you
Steve
should have
Nash
picked
on your
fourth.
list?
Well, let's also. I never had Steve Nash. Did either of you have Steve
No.
Nash?
I scrolled past Steve Nash when I looked up
wasn't-
Canadians.
he
What do
wasn't
you
on-
mean?
he
Steve
wasn't on-
Nash is awesome.
He wasn't on any of the lists that I saw.
No, he was.
I was getting down to like lists of like I was like Dan Aykroyd is Canadian. Like why do
Weird.
it's
I
like,
saw a
who-
list that listed The Rock as Canadian. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He's not Canadian, is he?
He's
The,
not. He was born in California.
Anthony, pick 2. And now I gotta pick who I was gonna pick, and I might even have the ability to pick who I needed to pick, or who I thought Spencer was gonna pick in the second round. Because when it bounces around, Spencer, you're doing the Lord's work here.
Let's be honest. I expected him to say someone no one knew.
No, I expected
So.
him to take another person, but pick 2. I'm going Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
You
you
gonna
stole
go with the
Andrew's pick? You stole his
no,
pick?
no,
No.
no, no.
You don't even know me that well. What
I
is
know,
this?
I know the other pick that he wanted to pick, but I'm not going to do it just to spite him.
They're both Canadian.
There's a
Yes.
few that are Canadian, and I personally like Ryan Reynolds a lot. I think he's a devilishly handsome man. I think he's hilarious. I think he does fabulous in really every role I've ever seen him in. I think he's really just someone you can kind of aspire to. Business owner, Aviator Gin. He has a
Actually, decent gin.
Mint Mobile. He has a mobile. I guess it's a
Weird.
cell phone company now or something.
Ryan
like that now.
Reynolds owns Mint
Yeah,
Mobile.
I get ads for it. I think it's because I Google Ryan Reynolds late at night sometimes. That's probably why I get Mint Mobile ads. But but that's my pick. I'll keep it short and sweet. Drew, pick number 3. What are we at?
All right, for the third pick, I'm going to go with Michael Cera.
Oof.
Ooh, that was
Did you
a
see
good
that one
pick.
coming?
No, I think it
Oh.
might be a little bit of a reach.
Anybody have that on their list?
Watching that man
wait, I did
butcher
have
Lex
Michael Cera.
Luthor.
Okay.
Right.
I had him graded as like a low 3rd round pick.
Okay. The reason I like Michael Cera, I'm a huge Arrested Development fan, first and foremost. Second of all, I gained a lot of respect for him when he took that role in This Is the End,
I was going to say that.
in which the first 5 minutes you see him doing blow in a bathroom with a bunch of hookers.
Fair
And
enough.
I think Rihanna or someone walks in on him, and
Yep.
that solidified him as
Yeah.
one of the greats.
Absolutely. I think Michael Cera is an absolute definite on this pick and on this list. And I was going to say, if he got to the 3rd or 4th round and no one had picked him, he was absolutely up there for me, like getting stolen. I think you were good for taking him when you did. And I think you can probably build a solid team around him. I think you can
I feel good about it.
I think you can build a solid starting 5 around Michael
He's my
Cera.
captain. He's my
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah. I think he's
Excuse me. The starting 5's around Steve Nash.
I mean, quite literally, you are equipped to be building a good
Okay.
starting
Swear to
5.
God, if all of your players are all of them basketball
No,
players.
they're not.
He built a literal starting
I was
five.
going to say, then you haven't seen some of the other draft topics, but some of them are building a literal starting 5, and like this is not that.
No.
This was not made literally.
I almost put Vince Carter on my list, but I took him off because he's not actually Canadian. He
And he's
just
also
played-
just not that good at basketball.
Well, he was when he played for the Raptors.
Andrew,
Yes. So everyone
you
knew I
got,
was
you
gonna
got the
pick this.
back to back here too, so you got the luxury of a couple. You got a twosome here.
I already know the 2 people I'm going to pick, like without even a doubt. The first one is Ryan Gosling. I
Got to be a 1st round pick.
Dude.
Weird that he survived to 4. I think if we had
thought someone was going to take him.
It's-
Like
I should have screwed you over. I didn't think about
no,
that.
that's living in spite. That's living in spite.
I'm a Jew. That's what I do.
fair enough.
Mazel.
A mazel tov.
Tov,
But like
baby.
definitely like my favorite actor. One of my favorite actors of all time. Devilishly handsome. Honestly, love every movie. I think I've seen. Oh my god, I can't believe Drive.
I heard really good things.
dude,
Never seen it.
I've seen that so many times. Best, like one of the best soundtracks.
Nice Guys is supposed to be really good too. Haven't
Nice
seen
Guys is.
I liked him in The
phenomenal.
Nice Guys.
it. I heard Nice Guys was
Yeah.
really good.
La La Land.
La La Land.
I'm
I've
not,
seen
I'm
that
not
once.
watching music. I'm not watching a musical.
I am a huge.
It's not
fan
that musical.
Of, Emma Stone.
It's not that musical. It's
cool.
not everything is.
I'm cool on it.
It
The
actually
first
had-
scene, they're like dancing on a freeway. I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that.
That one was a little bit much. The actual story was pretty decent. I'm a sucker for romance. It was actually a pretty decent just story.
You're
And
a
was.
sucker
It was.
for romance.
Yeah, I really like romantic stories. Not novels, but like movies. Yeah, like 500 Days of Summer, you know, any of those things.
I'm a sucker for a good romance.
He's
Damn
got a
right.
weird thing for Ryan Gosling too,
Ryan Gosling's a good looking dude. I mean, he's not Ryan Reynolds.
but it's like weird.
He's
though.
pretty
You ever
handsome.
seen Ryan Gosling when he was ripped?
Have you seen Ryan Reynolds when he's rich?
Okay, that's not fair. He literally plays a superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, a super.
I mean, I'm gonna say
hero.
Ryan Gosling just simply wasn't ripped enough to be cast as a superhero.
I mean, it was Blade. It was in Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner, I haven't seen it, and I heard it was fucking sick because I liked the first Blade Runner a lot,
Yeah.
and like
Phenomenal.
I read like the original book that it was based off of,
Mm-hmm.
like the Philip K. Dick novel and everything, and like I don't even like sci-fi like that, but I was like really into that. I gotta watch the 2049 one. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Your 2nd round pick number 5 overall.
Pick
What are
number
we at?
5. I'll be surprised. I think one of you have this. Avril Lavigne.
Dude, I was gonna pick Avril Lavigne.
All right, so listen.
Okay, wait.
Listen.
Is this the Avril Lavigne body double, not the actual Avril Lavigne that died
Yes,
in
yes.
2006,
Yep.
right? Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yeah, the
Just
other-
wanted to clear that
The
up.
body double that's also coincidentally Canadian.
Yeah, the body-
Heather or whatever?
Yeah, her best friend Heather.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who dat?
Oh, of course.
Avril Lavigne.
She's
oh no,
pop
she was
princess.
born after 1975. You don't know.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
She's
she wasn't. She didn't play point guard
see-
for the Phoenix Suns runs in 2002. You
The
don't
way
know
you're
it.
saying that is like
You
it's a
don't know
joke, but it's
Spencer
actually
was not a
true.
skater boy.
We were all raised. we all grew up in this, like, we're the same age pretty much.
Yes.
We were all raised on the same planet. Like,
Did you listen to a radio between 2000 and 2005?
Maybe.
were you raised with a television? If you grew up in an Amish community, that's all right.
I had television, but I watched like
C-SPAN.
He didn't watch MTV.
I watched
I just like to say.
C-SPAN.
Anyway, she is considered the punk princess because in the early 2000s, even up to like the late 2000s, she had so many hits. I'm pretty sure she has like over like 400 million listens on some of her
She's
songs.
fucking massive in Japan.
Huge. That's why she did the weird
Hello Kitty, hello.
Kitty thing.
Mm-hmm.
But easy number 2 on my list.
Listen. I think you're doing a really good job in terms of your formatting and your formulating of your team. I had Avril ranked probably in that exact same as like a Michael Cera tier.
Yeah.
I was thinking probably like a 3rd or 4th round pick, but as her being off the board now, I'm not lying to you, is setting up the rest of my strategy for the rest of the draft.
Fair enough.
Like I was hoping that I could get her in there as sort of a utility role player near the end. It's not going to happen now. Now I got to pivot. Now I got to pivot a little harder.
Well, it's back
God damn it.
it's back to Drew. Let's see.
Back to me. Okay.
Now that I've stolen your Avril.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna stay in the same lane here as Michael Cera. I'm gonna pick Will Arnett second.
Oh.
We are just assembling the Arrested Development
I was
cast
gonna
here.
say, as like David Cross, is he Canadian? He
don't-
might be. I don't know. He
He
wasn't. on
seems
any
like
of
he
the-
would be,
he
but I
wasn't on
didn't
any
see
of the
him on
lists
any
that I
list.
saw.
Yeah.
These guys are harping on me. You just gonna pick a bunch of actors. That's fine.
Spencer's gonna pick like.
Also, I picked a singer.
I mean, yeah, you can pick whoever you want. I mean, there's a lot of famous Canadians.
Yeah, there are. Steve Nash is not one known to be a famous Canadian.
What
just
do you
a
mean?
famous-
He's Steve Nash.
He's famous, but he literally he lived in the U.S. for
So
most
what's
of his
your
life.
what's your rationale?
Oh,
what
yeah,
are you
yeah.
thinking?
I'm keeping the boys together from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
I just love all of Will Arnett's work. I recently watched Semi Pro again recently,
Phenomenal
and he's one of the commentators.
Semi Pro is such a good movie.
Let's get tropical.
Also, BoJack Horseman he's in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he's also the
he's-
dude from the Reese's commercials. He's the voiceover
What?
in the Reese's commercials.
You know what? I forgot that he's
Like
he's
recent?
BoJack.
Like all of the
Yeah.
Reese's
he
commercials
deserves
recently.
to be on this list.
Wow. I'll have to
Like
listen
all
to
of
that.
them. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, it wasn't until I started listening and I was like, he sounds awfully sarcastic and familiar. But I think it's a very good pick. I think it's a
Very,
very,
very
very
solid.
Thank you.
good
It's a
Thank
good
you.
pick.
Very good
even,
pick.
even
Feel good
I,
about my team.
Even I think that's a good pick.
I am like honestly, I'm proud of all of you for going through and picking picks that you want. I get Wayne Gretzky. I get Wayne Gretzky.
Why didn't I pick him first overall? I'm so stupid.
I get Wayne Gretzky, 2nd round, pick 7.
I picked-
When you brought up this topic, he was the first one I thought
I
of.
get 2nd round, pick 7, greatest Canadian.
Can I say something? I literally in my brain was like, oh, someone else will pick Wayne Gretzky. And I was like, first overall pick. And I was like, Steve Nash. I should have picked fucking Wayne Gretzky. What am I doing?
If you didn't have the first overall pick, I would have. And if I had a pick before you, I was choosing Wayne Gretzky. And then realizing that I was going to have that pick
Yeah.
before you had your chance for your second pick,
Yeah, and these two
I
don't
could have
care
taken
about hockey.
taken Wayne Gretzky round 4 or 5. I could have taken Wayne Gretzky with my last pick, knowing that you would have not thought of Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky could have been my last pick in the draft.
I'm not embarrassed about not knowing about all these other ones.
The,
but the Gretzky, I'm embarrassed about that.
Wayne Gretzky, greatest hockey player ever, redefined kind of hockey. And like I'm like it's not even like even a hockey thing. Like if you talk about like one of the greatest athletes to ever live, he is that.
Yeah.
I don't even need to harp on it so much. He's kind of speaks for himself. The great one.
Completely changed the way that NHL goalies play. No one has ever done that in another sport ever.
I think kind of indiscriminately, he's probably like the greatest Canadian, like kind of bar none.
Yeah.
I think all these other people are like, oh, fun, like, oh yeah, I like Michael Cera. Not to take digs,
Come on, man.
but like I mean, I think he just is the greatest Canadian. The fact that I get him in the 2nd fucking round.
Yeah, that was,
Why'd you wait
that
to
was,
the
that
second
was my
Because I
fault.
didn't need to pick him in the first.
Because-
I could take my Ryan Reynolds. If I didn't take Ryan Reynolds, I feel like you might have taken Ryan Reynolds and
I
Ryan
might have.
Gosling back to back.
Yeah, I would have liked
And
the double Ryan.
I wanted to get one of my Ryans.
Fair enough.
He knew that I was the only other person that
I wanted to get one of my Ryans, and I was concerned. I thought Gretzky wouldn't be on the board, but now I get Gretzky, so I'm glad.
that was
But
dumb on
going
my
back
part.
all the way around, Spencer, what are we thinking?
You get double.
Oh, I get double. I got to come up with 2. All right.
Have you already exhausted the entirety of your
Oh,
list?
jeez, we have to come up with more than 2.
Do you think that you guys came up with people on my list? You're wrong. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm going with William Shatner.
That's actually a good unexpected one. Hey, here's the thing I thought
Captain
Spencer...
James T. Kirk. All
William
right.
Shatner just didn't make my list. It's like
He did not make my list.
He's a huge dickhead in real life, but he is Captain James T. Kirk.
Can I be honest? You're at least saying people that we have heard of in our lifetime.
Yeah, we'll get to the ones you haven't heard
Which
of.
is great. Well, at least for your starting lineup. Because later on, it's just going to be you talking about...
Oh, just you wait. It's only round 2. Spencer's got another pick coming
Listen,
up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got back to back.
I have 2 people on my list that I'm going to pick, and they're going to piss you off so much.
You're just going to make it weird.
I mean, at least you made the guy from Star Trek.
Yeah,
so.
but William Shatner, I've been on a big Star Trek kick recently, fans of the show. So I got to pick William Shatner. I mean, he's the captain. He's the OG. Gotta love it. Except Star Trek V, which he directed, is terrible, and it was all his fault.
So I know him as the
guy that sings?
Hotels.com guy, or
Oh, yeah.
what was he? Trivago guy?
He's
Or
James
he was selling
T.
like hotel
Kirk.
insurance or something like that during Amazing Race between my formative years. That's all I know him
He's
as.
got to chase that bag, man.
He's 91. He's still kicking.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Listen, it's all that insurance money.
Oh, yes.
They'll do it. Spencer, you have first pick round 3. What are we thinking?
Back to back.
Yes, sir.
I'm going Dan Aykroyd.
Listen.
Okay. Decent pick.
Solid
Right.
pick.
OG SNL original, not ready for primetime player. The fish bit, pretty great. You guys ever seen that one?
No.
Oh, he wrote Ghostbusters with Harold Ramis, who might also be Canadian.
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying that. I don't know if he is or not. I don't know.
But he's like
Ghostbusters is a good movie. I can attest to that.
Oh my god, I might get my all-star team out of that. I'm theorizing and formulating, thinking ahead.
I think I'm
ecstatic.
I might know who you're gonna pick next. I almost picked him, but
you
I
might
didn't.
get. No. I mean, I might. Not.
But you know, Dan Aykroyd, he's one of the original like great like zany weird TV comedians. You know, you gotta love Dan. He's one of the OGs.
Okay.
All right.
My third round pick. Again, amazed that this person is even still fucking here. Keanu Reeves is still here.
Oh, he's Canadian?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
surprised he was not picked
I
yet.
didn't know he was
didn't even
Canadian.
make my starting 5. I'll be honest.
Really?
He was
I
further
don't-
down my list.
Keanu Reeves is like so like in terms of being just like cool and someone that you could go ahead and look at and be like, that person's like probably not Canadian, and then realizing they have like the stink of like a Canadian on them, and like still being okay and like being like, I can still tolerate them.
I
as a
legitimately did not know he was
person.
Canadian.
That's why you need to do some more research.
I'm also
That's why you look up a list of famous Canadians.
I
before
got
the
some good
draft.
famous Canadians.
Good.
All
No,
right,
I'm
coming
glad.
up.
But
All right.
listen, Keanu Reeves' third round pick is like that's a value pick.
I'm surprised anyone picked him. Like, I get like he's like a famous Canadian and a great actor. I've never really seen much of his work.
John Wick is good.
John Wick is good, but I've only seen
Point Break is
one.
good.
What about The Matrix?
Matrix is incredible.
I'll be honest. I think I've only seen clips of The Matrix. I've never sat down and watched.
I've only seen Matrix 1, but like Matrix 1 is really good.
He's one of the best action movie
You know what I've
actors
seen-
in
you
the
know what I've
past
seen him in?
25 years, easily.
The movie where it has the guy that the Asian guy that's been doing like a ton of work recently. I can't remember. It's about
John. Is it John something?
Ken Jeong?
Oh, it's like My Forever or something like that. It was some movie where he played like this boyfriend character.
Oh, what? No, yes, I know the one you're talking about.
Like,
Fuck it. No, and
Always
is
Be
he like
My
a
Maybe?
surfer?
Always Be My Maybe's the movie.
Is he like a surfer or something? And he has like a house in like Malibu, and he like loans it out to people.
This
it
is
was
not-
it was a movie with like Noah.
This is a different movie.
Nah, it's a weird movie.
Anyway, yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen him in like a full scene in like a full movie. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm really just glad I could get my boy Keanu up there. Also, one of like the original meme guys, like one of the like I don't know if you guys remember.
He seems
Do you
like
remember
a
Sad Keanu?
Yeah, that was like
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
first, like,
Like
early
yeah.
Like one of
2010s.
the
I
like
remember.
original like meme based
Yeah.
9gag things.
Dude,
Bottom
his-
text.
Yeah.
His real life story is actually like extremely interesting and kind of sad. Like, do you know like the whole thing with his
Nah.
girlfriend and stuff?
It's
Oh
pretty
wait, no,
tragic.
yeah, didn't like his
yeah.
girlfriend like get murdered or something like that?
It was something to
Or was
yeah.
it, or was that Ashton Kutcher?
No,
I think
no, that
Ashton
was-
Kutcher's girlfriend also got murdered.
Yeah, she got murdered like in his early 20s or something. But like, yeah, both his life has not been like a picture perfect. Now he's like happily like Engage or something like that to another art lady. But yeah, I'd say it's solid pick though. If you're in it.
Drew, your pick.
All right, I'm gonna draft a musician here that I'm surprised no one's thought of yet. I'm gonna pick Neil Peart, one of the greatest drummers of all time, of Rush fame. R.I.P. He passed last year.
Oh man,
R.I.P. The very surprised that another, when you said musician, I was like, oh, all right, I know the Canadian musician that's top of mind.
There's a big three in Canada that I have on my list that I'm surprised no one's gone with yet.
I think you might be able to get a couple on the rebound back.
I might be able to steal one.
I even know these Canadian musicians. Neil Peart's better than all of them.
That's why I picked him. That's why I picked him. He's one of the all-time greats.
It's Neil Peart, Neil Young.
When people think of Canadian music, historically, Rush has got to be near the top of that list.
What do you mean, like, and greatest musicians?
Canadian. When people think of Canadian, rock music,
absolutely. I mean,
it's Rush.
It's Rush.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot too. Yeah.
I have a problem. So you guys haven't really said any of the people I was really gonna take, but I'm really trying to make it so like they're different. They're not all actors, not all singers stuff.
Yeah.
So I think
diversify your portfolio.
I think I keep with that until my fifth player because I really do like my fifth. So the first one I'm gonna say right now, Chris Hadfield, the astronaut.
Oh, good pick.
Who sang
Canadianaut?
The Canadian. That almost sounds bad.
I can bleep that. I can bleep that
out. He sang one of David Bowie's songs in space.
Major
Life on
Space
Mars?
Odyssey.
Yeah,
Space Odyssey.
Space Oddity. And
Yes.
he's the only person ever record a music video in space, and he fully he knows how to play the guitar, fully sung it, everything.
He had the coolest videos on YouTube, like in the last decade, of just random facts about how to do stuff in space.
Yeah.
Personal hygiene and all the day-to-day stuff that no one ever documented before.
He really made space way more interesting because they're all also now all the old you see 1980s Russian or U.S. astronauts, they're just floating there. You're they're not doing anything. He's actually all right, so this is how we do this. This is how we make a burrito in space.
He's really making it accessible to people and getting people excited about it.
That's really cool. I enjoy that pick.
I don't mean to undermine your pick at all.
That's fine.
And I'm not trying to. I don't know how to spell his name.
Chris, the regular way.
Oh, I got one that's gonna murder you later.
Did you see what I put in there?
What I thought you had put in some nickname for him or something. I was like, what is that?
No, it says hard nut. And that's simply because
do you want me to spell it out for you?
As soon as you said it, no. It's as soon as you said it, I forgot the name, and I thought his name was hard knit, and I just put hard nut.
I did a double take at that one when you were typing that out.
Yep. All right, Chris Hadfield. I can find it in post and figure out what to put for it, but his name is not Chris Hardnut. Andrew, what's your first pick in round 4?
I didn't want to double up. I think I'm gonna do this with singers just because, easily one of the most influential people in our generation, Justin Bieber.
Listen,
dude.
I think in any other draft without a Spencer, you would end up. I think that would be a first or second round pick.
Yeah.
I think if you just had 4 completely rational, sane, well-adjusted human beings,
I'm very glad he slipped to the 3rd round. And there's another one.
Fourth round.
Fourth round. It's the 4th round.
It's my 4th pick.
We have an astronaut.
Right, because
we have a dead drummer.
We have a Starship Captain.
Here's the thing. We have the other blues brother.
there's just no
and we have a white point guard. And then we get the top selling recording artist of probably the past 20 years.
Yeah, but he's a douche.
We're picking Canadians based on who we like, not based on their accomplishments.
And then we get Justin Bieber.
Here's the thing, though. You can't sit there and say the kid literally. I mean, obviously the guy is messed up. He got popular at 12 or 13.
Nobody makes it out of that.
I'm not saying
Justin Bieber has been famous as long as I can. Well, almost as long as I can remember. I think 2008 or 9.
I remember when he came up because I had a sister that obviously.
I was apple picking the first time I ever heard a song, and I will never forget. We were driving.
His first hit was One Time, I think.
It was Baby.
I heard Baby.
No, I'm talking about before Baby.
Because you had a sister.
My sister was obsessed, and so we shared an iTunes library. I had all the Bieber shit in my iTunes library.
It's the Bieber.
Put it on shuffle. It comes up. It's
it
terrible.
just always came up on shuffle because there was just an overwhelming amount of it.
Bieber was the first polarizing, like actual vitriolic, real hatred figure of our generation.
The baby music video, one of the most viewed
I think
videos maybe of
Britney
all
got
time
some
on
of that.
YouTube.
It's over a billion.
Well over a billion.
Well over a billion.
And it was the first one to be like. Actually, it wasn't the first one over a billion. I think Gangnam Style was over
Yes,
a
it
billion.
was.
But
That came out 2 years later.
Baby
yeah.
was up there when you talk about videos with like that dislike ratio, just like
Oh,
through
brutal.
Oh, like
Brutal.
Friday.
yeah,
Like
Rachel
Friday,
through
yes.
the roof.
I just gotta say, like he pretty much inspired like the whole like I assume like the marketing thing between like Miley Cyrus's like whole like I'm gonna be a total different thing. Like that was also still like a marketing thing, and he basically inspired a ton of people. He made Baby with Ludacris. I'm like I can't deny this man.
He brought Ludacris into all of our lives.
Exactly.
Again, he was basically
gone.
the reason I knew who Ludacris was as like a 10-year-old. I should.
Is that around the same time he was in the Fast and Furious movies? Or was that
no,
was way before that?
I think it was a little before it.
Let me also say it's
Okay.
at 2.4 billion views. It's 17 million likes, 12 million dislikes.
So it's with Baby, and not to stress on this a little more, and actually let's go back to Bieber just in general a little bit, is like the raw hatred that I think that I had and I think was shared among the teenage boy population at the time.
I thought he was great. I was alone in that
did?
though.
No, but I think it was just this weird jealousy that came about at the exact wrong time
He's only a few years older than
of
us.
puberty, and that like every girl our age was obsessed with this kid.
Oh, I see. It was like a competition thing.
Where I'm just like,
yeah.
you can't be, my hair doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah, right.
Also,
right.
his
So-
music
I
has been
can't-
decent.
I can't get Bieber hair.
As
I can't
someone
do Bieber hair.
who can get the Bieber hair, he just has no musical talent, and I hate him.
Andrew,
Have you
what-
heard some of his
I haven't heard his recent
his
stuff.
new album is good. Purpose was great. Like
Peaches?
with,
he
Peaches
had
is
a lot
really
more-
good song.
Peaches is a great
Peaches,
song.
Yes.
Peaches is really contrived. Like some of the lyrics fucking suck. I get my peaches from Georgia. You are not an R&B singer. Sorry, fella.
but it's still a great beat.
It's a groove.
It's
It's,
a
a bop.
fabulous song. And also,
Yes.
I love Daniel Caesar, who's on it too.
His
Yes.
voice is too whiny to be an
Dude, have you ever
R&B
heard him without
singer.
autotune? He's still a trained
He's
good
a good
singer.
because he's been a professional singer since he was
12, 13,
younger.
yeah.
before he was
A
discussed.
lot of
Parents
people.
forced him in it,
Yeah.
so.
See,
a lot
he's
of
just
people
not
give
for
him
me.
a lot of people give him high praise that are in that industry, and they say he's one of the best. I think John Mayer said he's one of the best people at coming up with pop melodies just on the spot.
Yeah.
When he's just
Yeah.
riffing
He's
and
very
coming
creative.
up with.
He,
John Mayer
he
means
just
that as a
performed
dig, though.
No, but he just thought of or he just performed at the Jake Paul fight.
He
He
did.
did.
Yes.
He did perform at the Jake Paul
Interesting.
fight.
All right. I didn't mean to take up too much time, but
no,
I
not
love
at all.
Justin Bieber.
Drew, back on the
Okay.
background, on the rebound.
All right. I'm gonna take another one of the extremely popular Canadian artists. I'm gonna take The Weeknd.
How did I forget the weekend?
I thought someone would have taken The Weeknd by now.
I'm standing up because I didn't have him on my list. He
Literally the
wasn't
biggest artist on the planet
I
right now.
He wasn't even on my list.
I didn't know he was Canadian.
He wasn't even on my list.
I wouldn't have picked him because I don't listen to
Fucking
The
asshole.
Weeknd, but
How did I forget
Nice.
the
How did you
Weeknd?
guys not
You-
pick The Weeknd?
you pissed both of them off, which I am happy with.
The Weeknd wasn't even on my list.
Oh my goodness.
The Weeknd wasn't even on my list. That's on me. Fuck me. Good pick, Drew. That's the steal of the draft. That is the steal. Of
I
the
think
draft.
that might be like the best pick.
That's the steal.
Yeah.
And I would and
Really? Because I got a few more that I'm shocked no one has picked yet.
It's,
Well, I mean, it's at least like the best. I think it is the best steal. Like because
it's-
no one.
in terms of like the value that you're getting, like the whatever pick, the 12th pick in the draft.
Huge value.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Now I get the Weeknd vocals backed with Neil Peart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I don't know what that would sound like. Very different styles of music.
Very. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. This is a pick that I think is going to completely round me out. And if we're talking about getting, I guess, sort of like the fan vote. So what I'm going to do with these actually is I'm going to put them up on Instagram and Twitter and stuff and have, I guess, people vote on
Vote
them.
for 'em.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to kind of boost engagement because we're all about those sweet, sweet, juicy clicks. I'm going Alex Trebek.
He's Canadian.
Alex Trebek is Canadian.
born
Got to
in
do your
Canada?
research, my guy.
I
Listen, every time I say Canadian, you can't be like, he's Canadian? Yeah, I know he is Canadian because
I
I
didn't
found him
know
on
he
a
was
BuzzFeed
Canadian.
list. Listen,
He was born in Greater Sudbury. Wow.
Alex Trebek. And I think that is going to really help round, almost as like a spiritual guide for my team. I think my crew has a lot of experience, and I think they have a lot of, diverse talents, but I think we're maybe missing some of that heart that I think Alex Trebek can really bring to the table, or could have brought to the table before his tragic passing. So I'm taking a formerly alive Alex Trebek on this team.
Okay. I mean, some people who said have passed away, so.
Yeah, I didn't put a condition on Neil Peart.
Okay. All right.
I'm not taking his corpse.
Yeah.
You're also not taking the corpse of Avril Lavigne either.
Of course, right.
Nope. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Spencer.
Spencer, just so you know, this is your 4th and 5th pick. These are your final 2.
Yes, you can do back to back.
I'm going to do one that's really going to piss you off. I'm going to save it to my next one. All right. I'm going to pick.
Really build up the suspense because
you go back to back.
Because you're going back to back.
First, I'm going with Jeff Healey.
Nope. Oh, wait. Founder of the Heelys?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Absolutely not. Founder of the Healy Beat.
He's a
You've heard the Healy Beat.
He's a blues musician.
Okay, cool.
And a good one. So I know you guys don't listen to the blues. I know, whatever. But I love blues music, and Jeff Healey was one of the sort of what was that for?
Sorry.
It was a little rude. It was a little rude.
Oh, that was really rude. I'm sorry.
He cares a lot about Jeff Healey. What the hell, man?
That was super rude. That was way ruder than I thought it was going to be.
You're so loud, too.
You're a terrible person.
That was super rude.
Let me ask also a genuine question.
I didn't think it was going to be that
one of the
rude.
few people that came up with like blues standards?
No, he was a little after that.
Okay.
He's Canadian and white, so blues standards were all come up with by black people from the South. But
yes.
He was part of the blues revival in the mid to late 1980s and 1990s. Very talented guitar player. He died pretty young, which sucks, but
fair enough.
But he's a really great musician. You should listen to him. You guys,
That was really rude, Spencer. I do want to sincerely apologize.
You're gonna listen to some Jeff Healey tonight.
That was genuinely
even for you.
That was genuine. Like, I usually don't feel bad.
I thought that was gonna be the one that people didn't get upset about. You're gonna listen to some Jeff Healey, and you're gonna like it. All right.
I just know, Spencer, as someone who rarely apologizes and hardly ever feels bad, I feel very bad. My snoring gag was you did not deserve that. It wasn't that boring.
God, Jeff Healey. He's a pretty famous musician. He's a guitar player. He's awesome.
All right, might be. Spencer, your
All
first
right.
pick in round 5, which apparently is going to make me more. It's going to be even more frustrating.
Oh, just
than
you
the last
wait.
one.
Right, just you wait.
What do we got?
My final pick of this draft is just you wait. It's Francis Pegamagabo.
That can't be a real person. That cannot be a real person.
He was a member of the First Nations, so you shouldn't laugh that much.
Pegamagabo. He was a First Nation.
He was a sniper during World War I. He was the most decorated sniper in World War I. He had 347 confirmed kills.
378.
378, and he captured, I think, at least 300 people.
You put Anthony out of commission with that one.
This looks like
He's one of the most decorated Canadian soldiers
that
of
looks like
all
a
time.
5th draft if I've ever.
And he was a member of the First Nations, and after he got back from the war, he spent the rest of his life advocating for First Nations peoples. So
so he was like a Jim Thorpe type figure, kind of. Not the war thing, but like he became like a symbol of like the people he represented.
Yeah.
No. Jim Thorpe is Native American.
I wasn't sure if it's Native American or Native Canadian.
No. He's Native American, like U.S. based. But no, like he became like an advocate for this is what your guy did.
I want to see how Anthony spells this. That's what I'm looking
Oh
forward
my
to.
God.
I've been looking
Give it
forward
to him
this.
vocally, and we'll see what he comes up with.
His name is Francis Pegamagabo.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
You could sound that out and probably get it.
Pegamagabo.
I just spelled off first one fast. I know I spelled Francis.
Nice.
Nailed it.
All right. Well, Anthony, Your fifth pick.
I shot water out of my nose.
I saw that.
Why'd you take a drink as he was announced? Didn't you know?
It was going to be.
I told you it was going to be
the
ridiculous.
last one, and he told you it was going to be worth.
I thought it might have been like Francis Scott Key, and I was like, I didn't know he was Canadian. He wrote the national anthem, and like, nope, it was Francis Pegamagabo, a Canadian icon, legend.
He really is.
Oh, dude, my throat hurts like I just vomited. Ow. I mean, fucking incredible here. I have a very interesting pick here because I have two people on my list that I'm really I wish I had 6 picks because I really thought one of them would go, and I just want to see one of them sort of I want to see both of them admired.
Should we talk after everyone drafts about missed
I think
drafts?
we should have I think we should have an honorable mentions.
I have a few that I cannot believe have not been picked.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
We're in the last round. I think we do like an honorable mentions and wrap up.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Fuck. I'm gonna go Tim Horton.
The donut guy?
Yeah, the donut, the coffee guy.
The donut guy.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Tim Horton was a professional hockey player, and he might be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I don't know. If he is, I'm gonna like congratulate myself and put like a little thing in the graphic thing that on the screen. If he isn't, then he's just a hockey player who decided to start a donut shop. But that donut shop is fabulous, and also it's like the Dunkin' Donuts of the North. It's fucking everywhere, and he's also an absolute icon. Everyone loves Tim Hortons. So if we're talking about
going to Tim Hortons and getting a donut,
if we're talking about someone who's really really captured and revolutionized sort of Canadian culture or whatever those sort of Canucks kind of want to like whatever appropriate and let's call it culture. I'll give it to Tim Horton, say that he does it. He's what keeps all of those weird people going every day.
Man, I wasn't anticipating the amount of Canadian slander you were going to have on this episode.
Listen,
I like Canada. It's a beautiful
country. Canadian
country.
ex-girlfriend that broke your heart? Is that what this is?
Is it personal?
No, I've been to Canada a few times. They've all been fairly good experiences. Just small things are weird. It's stepping like through a portal into a world where you can spend a little bit of time. And it's like, have you ever been to Vegas? You've been to Vegas?
Yep.
Have you been to Vegas?
It is weird. I kind of get what you're saying.
Vegas is like, I could never live in Vegas. I can spend I could probably spend 4 days in Vegas.
I had a friend who grew up there. She said it was
I had not
chill.
lived out in Vegas for a couple years. I couldn't spend more than probably like, I don't know, probably like 4 days in Canada.
Fair enough.
I would just be...
Canada's a lovely country.
If we go skiing up there, you can spend more days.
I'd be fucking exhausted. I'm talking about just in like
just touring around.
Canada, like, don't be nice to me. Fuck you.
Le Massif in Quebec is a fantastic skiing area.
Let's go to Whistler Blackcomb.
There's the
biggest one. It's on the Epic Pass.
I want to go to Calgary.
There's an expensive flight all the way out there.
There's
Dude,
a
I was looking, it's only like
fantastic.
$300.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God, I was looking
during
up
when?
During winter, like any part of winter.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, word, I'm down.
Because it's
All right,
really
cool.
cold and terrible there.
So
in
cool.
the winter.
I've got Tim Horton. If I could learn how to spell.
Drew?
That's my final pick. Drew.
Did you spell Pegamagabo yet?
Yeah,
You have one person. You might say my last guy.
I'm actually not going to say them.
What?
I have like a person that I'm shocked that no one has picked as a Canadian, but I'm just going to leave them off to see if nobody picks them, and then I'll bring it up afterwards.
That's a fine
Please.
strategy, but you do know that you want this person
because
on your team.
I think
not really though.
If you
No,
not really. I'll explain it.
I don't want him on my team.
No.
Why would any of us want him on?
Okay,
team?
let's just go with whatever
Okay,
Drew
fine,
says.
fine, Drew. You could be drafting like a real superstar.
Okay, we don't even know who it is yet.
We all know who it is.
You might have a reaction to this, but I'm going to round out my band with Chad Kroeger of Nickelback.
Oh, you fucking asshole!
God, come on!
Oh no, the poor Weekend.
They're going to have to figure it out.
Sandwiched between
The Weekend has to deal with that.
rock legends.
Yo, the Weekend could do something good with
Chad
Neil
Kroeger.
Peart, but with Chad Kroeger.
Well, now it's going to be real interesting to see what they come up with.
Oh God! Well, it's so funny because I didn't know Chad Kroeger and Avril Lavigne were the first couple of Canada because they're married or dating. I think they're married.
Well,
I thought they were married.
I think they're married. I didn't know they were
I'm not
Canadian
gonna ask.
royalty.
Yes.
Andrew, for
Canada has a queen.
Mr. This is Mr. Irrelevant.
Not a king anymore.
This is Mr. or Mr. Irrelevant in this year's
Jesus
draft.
Christ.
Mr. and Mrs. Irrelevant?
The last pick in the NFL draft is known as
Mr. Irrelevant.
Which is going to be completely shocking considering you guys picked Wayne Gretzky, but there's an obvious hockey player that you guys...
Are you going to pick him?
I'm going to pick Bobby Orr. He's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Canadian.
Yes.
I couldn't believe
you could have picked literally any hockey player.
Well, no, but I mean...
Almost any hockey player.
He's the greatest Boston Bruins player of all time.
I know, but...
And he's probably up there with number 2, number 3 with Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, he's probably top 5-ish.
I'd say he's definitely the best defenseman of all time.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is
I
couldn't believe... I mean, we have all seen the iconic picture.
If I wanted to stack this with hockey people and get like the hockey
conglomerate... I was going to pick Gordie Howe, but you picked a hockey player. I didn't want to pick another hockey player.
See, but the thing with mine, I also picked 5 different professions, and I hope we all kind of did that as well a little bit, which is nice.
I picked a sniper.
Yeah. You picked I picked a donut salesman.
See, I think, except for Drew.
I was trying to form a band, okay?
Fair enough.
Okay. So, some very, very interesting exemptions from this list here. I had one notable one that I was going to leave off as an honorable mention.
We all know who is the elephant in the room here.
No. I am putting as my honorable mention Justin Trudeau, but Justin Trudeau in blackface.
I like that stipulation.
That was my next question.
Justin Trudeau asterisk in blackface.
Okay, so we can pick a specific time. Okay, I like this.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Justin Trudeau circa 2001 before he knew he was going to be the prime minister.
Yes.
Yep.
Fun Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau at frat party, not knowing camera was out, dressed as a genie or whatever he was dressed as. That's the one honorable mention that I wanted to get out there. But I think Drake.
I was gonna say Drake.
Elephant in the room is Drake.
I didn't want to draft him, but
no, because no one wants to pick Drake because fuck Drake.
Right. Yeah. I mean Drake is just. I mean, it had to. The Rock was on my list. Because I saw him on the thing. He is a Canadian citizen.
But okay, you know who else has citizenship? Elon Musk. Is he a Canadian?
It's
born in South Africa.
He's born in South Africa.
I viewed it as cheating, and as soon as you guys brought up The Rock, and I was like, that's a fair point. I want true, authentic bastards.
I can't believe no one. I mean, actually, I can believe this. One of my comedians, Jim Carrey, was on there.
Jim Carrey was up there, dude. Yeah. But I thought I was really hoping someone would give him the appreciation. The person that I wanted as my last pick.
Okay.
Is Michael Buble.
Oh, I had him on my list.
And that's only because I've been calling him Mikey Boobs for years. I've been calling him Mikey Boobs for like a decade. It's like my favorite thing in the world because every Christmas season, it's boobs season.
The only person I didn't pick that was on my list was Maurice Duplessis.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, yes, him.
Cool.
Well, he was a pretty much authoritarian leader of Quebec for like 30 years.
Picking someone like
Spencer, I'm glad you got everyone you wanted.
But
I'm glad you got all your presents for Christmas.
I'm so glad because I almost picked Gordie Howe instead of Francis Pegamagabo, but I just needed to see you guys react to that.
Who else? So she's the last one that I had on my list as an absolute run through because I was sitting there. I was like,
it was either her or Avril Lavigne for me.
So I was gonna say I thought Carly Rae Jepsen. You might have had her. Celine Dion.
How about Shania Twain?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Neil Young for the country.
Fuck Neil Young. I hate that guy.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald. I was gonna pick Norm Macdonald.
Mike Myers too. Austin Powers guy.
Pamela Anderson.
Yep.
Pamela Anderson's Canadian.
I have spent some evenings with Pamela Anderson.
A video of her like braless bringing
Seth
the cake
Rogen?
to
Jack in it.
Seth Rogen's up there. Seth Rogen's up there. James Naismith. I was expecting a James Naismith out of you, but you didn't do your research.
Oh, I did Steve Nash. That was my basketball.
Yeah.
That was his
You
Steve.
could have chose the original Mr. Basketball.
Yeah, but he's
Mr. Peach Basket himself.
I think we all did fairly well in this
Not
draft.
so bad. Not so bad.
I
That ended up all right.
I did pretty well.
We understand all the fundamentals.
My team could murder all of your teams pretty easily.
You literally have a
You
sniper.
have a murderer on your team.
He's not a murderer. He's a soldier.
Oh.
You have
You work for the U.S. government.
He works for the Canadian government.
Yeah, your team scares me because I just feel like a few of them are just gonna like shout racial slurs. It's like Dan Aykroyd and William Shatner probably aren't gonna be able to keep.
Shatner might He did.
They're gonna scare me like I'm not. I don't want to go out to dinner with
all right,
these people.
so William Shatner, asshole. He's an asshole. I don't know what he would say. He was part of the first interracial kiss on American television ever.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Hachi
It got blacked out in a bunch of the South. It was a big deal.
Actually, it wasn't not Pam Grier. Was it Pam Grier? Who was I forget. It was on Star Trek.
Yeah,
right?
Uhura and Shatner.
I forget who the actress was, but yeah, I remember that was a thing. But yeah, no, I am extremely satisfied with my list. I think I've got icons. I think I've got everything, but we'll leave it up to you.
I got everyone I wanted.
I'm glad you did. You've got Francis accidental spilled on my keyboard.
Like Macabo.
But yeah, so let us know what you think. This is gonna be up on our Spotify, on iTunes. We're gonna have the video up on YouTube too. So if you want to like see these graphics come up, if you want to see Anthony shoot water out of his nose by accident when Spencer decides to say gibberish made up Canadian names.
He's a real person. Andrew looked him up.
He is real.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take some time, get this put together a really good product for you guys. The graphics themselves, so these are going to be up on our Twitter, on our Instagram. So you can go ahead and engage with these. Let us know what you think. Who do you think won? Let us know who we missed. There's like
I won.
There's at least like a couple thousand Canadians out there. I'm sure we missed.
I counted at least 6.
3,000.
We missed a few. So if we missed anyone that's really famous, any like Canadian serial killers, I'm really surprised I didn't really kind of go through and find anybody really dastardly.
I didn't even think of looking for that.
I was thinking about finding like some really evil people, but then I thought like if that's the theme I want to go with, then I'm gonna really have to commit to it. But I really, really wanted to have Tim Horton on this list, and Tim Horton's only crime is delivering diabetes to the youth. That's it.
Delivering subpar coffee to the masses.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. So thank you very much for listening. This has been actually like wicked fucking fun. I think so.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. All right, awesome. So thank you very much for listening. And we will talk to you guys soon.
Later, skaters.
Yeah, have a good night.
Later.